5 Ugly Truths About Weight Loss. I lost 70+ pounds, it's perfect, yet it's not too glitzy. Making a video about weight loss should feel amazing, a real success story of willpower, determination and the power of change. I should be beaming with pride and accomplishment, and some days I am. But if I am honest with myself, talking about weight loss is really difficult. It's difficult to concede that such an extremely long time I was battling with my weight when I generally had the ability to transform it. That I set up with myself, that I delayed sound decisions, that I was apathetic or anxious. There are days when I still can't believe it, and while I would agree that it sounds like bragging, believe me. There are a few downsides to losing weight even when the cons are definitely outweighing the pros. 1. Losing the fat character takes surprisingly lengthy. My weight reduction venture was without rushing, precisely as it ought to be. There were no prompt outcomes and speedy advancement, it was a consistent deficiency of 1 to 2 pounds per week. I believed that with this speed I would have become accustomed to the changing of my body, the changed way I search in the mirror and photographs. Yet, it actually happens that I get my figure in the mirror and I get shocked, as I was all the while expecting the former fat me glancing back at me. And keeping in mind that outwardly it is a pleasant treat to see me, I actually consider myself somebody fat. With regards to practicing, I do kickboxing and I began running as of late. With regards to garments shopping, I actually go for garments that conceal me as opposed to showing me off. With regards to choosing what to have for supper, I actually think perhaps I ought to skip it totally. It requires a long investment to lose the additional weight. 2. Being thin doesn't mean prompt confidence. When I did lose weight, it was not the immediate sense of gratification I had expected it would be. I felt the same amount of self-consciousness, whether it was feeling bloated, noticing cellulite, or obsessing over a breakout. We often think that as long as we hit a certain weight or pant size, then we'll be happy, but this isn't true. Even if we get 6-pack abs, we would still focus on the size of our thighs or maybe start hating the bags under our eyes. There's always going to be another imperfection when weight loss is the ultimate goal. Our culture trains us to believe there's only one type of attractiveness we are supposed to strive for, but that's marketing, not biology. In reality, every woman does, and should, feel like her best, sexiest self in a variety of different body types. When I did lose those extra college pounds, I thought I should feel better about myself, but something about the weight loss made me feel less confident. Yes, I desperately missed those same curves that I had wanted to get rid of for years. Bottom line, we all have different body types for a reason. Every woman's ideal body should be totally different from anyone else's. We're often so distracted achieving what society has told is perfection, that we don't stop to think about what would actually make us feel our very best. At the point when I was fat, I believed that becoming thin will consequently mean being awesome. In any case, when I was battling with slimming down and I was dead burned out on the activity, the psychological picture I was painting for myself. I'm not so conditioned as I need to, my skin won't ever be basically as firm as a teen's, my body is as yet my kid body. I look much better compared to I used to, I'm skinnier, firmer and a ton fitter and more grounded, yet not confident. I actually need to work on what is happening to me, I want to manage my injuries and proceed with my recuperating venture. I actually need to figure out how to adore and value myself. As it were, presently I'm compelled to confront everything, as I can't pin it on my bloatedness any longer. I need to figure out how to adore myself now, when I previously eliminated the deterrent I blamed. What's more, it won't be simple. Body acknowledgement as hard, thin or fat. 3. Weight loss as a lifestyle change. Keeping weight off is harder, often requiring a lifetime of attention. To keep weight off, you must actively work to address, and hopefully reverse, the biological changes induced by weight loss. Each person has different degrees of slower metabolism and increased appetite and different reasons that make it hard to maintain weight loss. When you lose weight, your metabolism slows, in part through simple physics. So if you astray, you tend to gain weight. From statistics among the people who lost 5% of their weight or more than half had gained it back within 2 years' time. At the point when you are fat, it is alright to acquire 5 pounds. Shedding 5 pounds is just an achievement for you, and recovering it doesn't have a genuine effect. Individuals don't see subtleties, they just notification tremendous changes that can't be left without remarks. At the point when you are fat and you go put on some weight following a lethargic end of the week, nobody sees it except for you. At the point when you are thin, 5 pounds is a ton, particularly on the off chance that you go through a lot of work to lose it. Knowing how troublesome it tends to be to lose the last 5 pounds will prevent you from reveling, gorging or having cheat days. This ought to be something to be thankful for, correct? Indeed, not unreasonably much. This previous year, my greatest learning was that this weight the executives continues forever, and I will have more troublesome times to refocus. It actually intends that assuming you are cognizant about your weight the board, you can never truly relinquish your objectives. It generally comes down to decisions and you generally need to pursue the ideal decision, be it on your birthday, at Christmas or at a party. This sort of focused believing was obscure to me, and however much I accept this as the best approach, it can feel truly overwhelming to follow. 4. Weight misfortune implies a deficiency of strength. Extremely poor diet can lead to loss of muscle mass as your body breaks down the muscles for energy. You'll notice less strength in the gym. The weight you used to be able to do for reps may decrease or you may not be able to perform as you once did. Weight loss requires a long period of time and being patient, it's a marathon and not a sprint. People should only lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Losing weight rapidly is usually not sustainable. At the point when I was fat, and fit while fat, I had zero issues moving the love seat or opening a heavier entryway with the sheer weight of my body. Presently, I encountered that a few things are only heavier than me and my body can't move them just by its weight. I'm doing strength preparing and lifting as a component of my activity process, yet it doesn't yet supplant the force of the weight I used to have. I'm as yet not amazed by the breeze, but rather I can feel a few adverse consequences from conveying less weight on my casing. Additionally, I perceive how individuals attempt to assist me with things I used to do all alone. I'm seen as more vulnerable and I feel more vulnerable, and it's anything but a charming inclination. 5. Weight likens with beauty. While there are many individuals who feel outraged when we celebrate getting in shape, I for one feel perfect when praised. I don't feel outraged, I feel complimented that they saw it. Furthermore, individuals really do notice me more. Indeed, even currently, I perceive how now I'm permitted to occupy more room. I quit being undetectable. Perhaps it additionally has to do with the certainty I acquired, however I generally held my head as high as possible even previously. What's more, however much it helps me have a positive outlook on myself, somewhat rankles me that I am as unchanged individual I used to be. I'm similarly as shrewd, similarly as entertaining as I used to be, just now I'm strolling around in a body which is viewed as more alluring. It is miserable and shallow that individuals think more about you when you weigh less. It's discouraging that now I have more open doors, more positions, better advancements, better dates, preferable connections. More appealing individuals get better wages, can climb the professional bureaucracy faster and clearly can land more alluring accomplices. It's a clashing inclination for myself and I haven't yet concluded how I feel about this. If you're interested in more such videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon as well.